back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Core Class Grimlock, one of the more famous Dinobots out of the core classes. I purchased this figure at Target for around $12.99, and I'll tell you, this price was pretty much worth it, and it's probably one of my least favorite of the Dinobots, but it's still such a great figure. So, in this video, we're going to go over the packaging, the artwork, the figure scale, how to transform them, the details, articulation, so on and so forth. Without further ado, let's check this figure out in a more in-depth look. Now here we have the figure out of the packaging, and all that I can say is that this figure is just like one of the most perfect core classes you could find. He does have one accessory, made a blaster accessory, not the one that we got from the 86 Grimlock, but a whole new blaster accessory, and I do like it. It looks really nice, and it's supposed to be the tail. Now this figure has some restraints on the articulation, but I will go over that in just a moment. Right here we can see a lot of detail, a lot of chrome, gold, metal. Right here we can see nice metallic gray. The sculpt work on the head is accurate to the SS86 version. Here on the legs we get that red highlight. I wish we would have gotten the green and the blue. On first side profile we get a clean back, and we get the nice dinosaur cable that we got from the original, and we get a hollow area right here. Not a fan of that, but it's still good. And then on this side of the figure is just the same on the other side. So yeah, we get the Autobot logo slapping. So really, not that much going on the figure. And now as far as articulation wise goes, I am really pissed off at this. He does have one ball joint, a hinge joint for shoulders and stuff. He has no elbow or bicep rotation whatsoever. I am so mad. And they give this guy wrist rotation, out of all things, wrist rotation. But either way, I still think it's a really well done figure. But I mean, come on, they could have added a pin or something. I mean, it wouldn't compromise the design, because this figure was specifically made for the Volcanicus combiner set of all 6 core Dinobots, but I honestly wouldn't compromise the design at all. It's just lazy engineering on Hasbro's part for this one. Now moving on, we have another ball joint right here. We have a hinge joint right here. No ankle rocker joints, and we have a swivel joint on the head, which could look side to side. No up and down, and no tilt side to side, so it could just do a full 360. So yeah, that was basically Grimlock's articulation. So not the best articulated figure, but has decent articulation. Here I brought in Core Class Optimus Prime and Core Class Ratchet. As we can tell, this is perfectly accurate to the G1 continuity series. We could always see that Optimus Prime and Ratchet was a smaller type, and Optimus Prime was the really tall one among the Autobots, and I'm pretty sure this is accurate. I would have pictured Grimlock slightly bigger, but either way, I think it is perfect. Optimus Prime and Grimlock's signs are here. I do have Grimlock slightly crouched, so let me just straighten the legs right here. And yes, the knees are on a ball joint as well. So yeah. So if we get the Grimlock figure and the Optimus figure, they're near enough the same height, honestly. And if we get Ratchet, he is taller than Ratchet, so yeah. So yeah, that is Grimlock. Not the best standard, but a really nice addition to the collection. I brought in some of the G1 Decepticons for a size comparison. We have Soundwave, Megatron, and Starscream here for Grimlock, and we can see that they're around the same size as well. So yeah, basically if you have these figures and you want to purchase Grimlock, you're going to get this size amount. You can see that Grimlock is slightly shorter than Starscream, and he is around the same size as Soundwave and Megatron. So yeah, we can see how big Grimlock actually is. One of the final comparisons, here we have Grimlock compared next to Swoop and Scar. Scar was another Dinobot that wasn't present through the G1 franchise, but is a really nice concept. And Swoop is one of my next reviews, and so is Scar. So yeah, we can see his fellow Dinobots, how he compares next to them. Here we needed that obvious Grimlock Leader Class and Grimlock Core Class size comparison, and we can see the entire vast difference that there is in both models of this character. We can see that on the Core Class we don't have as much detail on his paint as this one. We do have a lot of detail on the legs, but we don't have the paint on our Leader Class. We have that transparent piece of plastic. Where here in the Core Class, honestly, we didn't really need it, but like it's kind of like noticeable. The waist not being red on the core class is also noticeable, and the whole weapons difference is also noticeable, as well as the the pieces on the back right here being lower on this side, so we can see that the head is pretty much the same, but we can see that these pieces are in fact higher, but here they're lower, and we have that ugly area on the top, but mostly due because this figure is intended to combine with the other Dinobots so that they can form Volcanicus. So yeah, that is just our final comparison for this video. Now I will show you the box art. So here for this figure's box art, we get a really nice Legacy Evolution Grimlock, and we get a really nice CGI of him posing with his elbows curled in and with that little blaster accessory, and it looks really cool. Right here at the top of the packaging we can see him in dinosaur mode, which looks really great, and it kind of matches how he looks like in the toy itself. And right here we get a nice product shots of Grimlock right here in both robot and dinosaur form. It's he's transformed in 10 steps, and he's 3 out of 6 dinosaur combiners that form Volcanicus. So once I get all of them, we will do a separate video for that. And here we get that nice legacy backdrop, our artwork, whatever. And right here we have Legacy Evolution. So yeah, that is this figure's packaging. Now let's transform. So I personally like to start off. If you haven't done so already, take off the accessories. I personally like to start off in this region. Just move the arms forward, and then the wrists, you are gonna flip them to the side. I'm sorry, flip them this way so that the toes are pointing out, and then you are gonna put your attention toward the back. There is this little port right here, which is going to pop out like so. This is mainly to combine with the other Dinobots. It's gonna cover this region. Then, similar to the original Studio series, it's gonna cover the head region right here, and then this region becomes the tail and the back. It's gonna slowly insert in there, and then you are gonna get this piece. It has 2 singular ports right here, and they are going to go inside here, and there. Now we have Grimlock, and then you're gonna extend the legs right here, move the feet one more time if you do want to, and here we have Grimlock fully transformed into that really awkward looking junk in the trunk T-Rex mode. And honestly, with all honesty, it looks really great. I'm not kidding. I thought this Grimlock would suck like so bad, but this figure has delivered a promise that core classes are going to be better. And I feel like there's a lot missing on this figure, that they have so much missed opportunities. Honestly, I feel like the legs are way too fat, and this accessory was probably not necessary. They could have just copied the exact same model from Studio Series and downsized it, but either way it still looks great. And if you haven't thought of this, there are 2 ports right here which you can include that as well. Pretty sure it's mostly for the Volcanicus transformation. So yeah, that was Grimlock in his robot form. Now let's see how he compares next to other. First off, the most obvious size comparison. Here we have our core class next to our leader class Grimlock. So Grimlock here on our leader class can move his arms and open his jaw, while here on the core class could only move his head and can't move his arms in any direction. So yeah, I'm pretty sure if they put this on a small ball joint, it would have been better. And if they put a pin right here, honestly, it wouldn't have cost them anything if they put a pin. But either way, this is still a really nice figure. I do like this gold highlight. It does match the neck piece. It does just look like Grimlock did get kind of chunky on the way. But like, honestly, I don't mind. It's pretty nice as long as I get to combine him with the other Dinobots to form Volcanicus. So yeah, speaking of other Dinobots, let's check those out. I brought in our other core Dinobots here for a size comparison. We could see Grimlock and Scar here. Scar is a hefty Dinobot, and we can see that overall they're around the same size. Same thing would apply to Swoop in wingspan, if we're talking about wingspan here. And as far as body goes, Grimlock is overall the tallest and the biggest out of these Dinobots. Now, little dinosaur Grimlock here has more than meets the eye. He has a third mode, which is practically Volcanis's left leg, and we're going to see it on the right side. But overall, how to transform him is pretty simple. You are going to get this pistol piece, like I said earlier, get those 2 ports. You're going to tab them inside here. You are going to put your attention toward these. rotate the arms, like untransform them basically, and then you're gonna put these legs back together like so, and then you are gonna open this piece right here, put the head back, unfold this piece, revealing this port, this tab right here, and then just gonna make sure this is clicked, and then that is basically the leg for Volcanicus. So basically this is Volcanicus's leg. We're gonna attach the other Dinobots when we get those, and here is basically Grimlock's alt farm. So it's pretty funny. If you do want to, I'd suggest rotating the head back so no one could see that. And I think it looks nice, but like overall it's just kind of funny looking. So yeah, once you get the other figures and this figure, combine them and then it'll look great. And I'm really excited for the future of these legacy figures to get them, and I really hope I get them all so that I can form Volcanicus. Overall, some final thoughts for Transformers Legacy Core Class. What's the name? Grimlock. Overall, I'd say that this figure is a must-have if you're actually wanting a core class collection and you want to create a Volcanicus figure. I'd say get this figure at all costs. But if you don't want to, just don't get it, because it doesn't really have that much great articulation, but it's really great. So if you buy this one, you have to get the rest. It's buy this one and get the rest. You can't just have this one alone, because him having no elbow articulation is just gonna look funky in your collection. So I suggest buying them when you have the chance at Hasbro, Target, Amazon, Walmart, the stores in person, TF stores if you can, whatever. But like, I'd suggest buying this when you can so that you could form Volcanicus. That's basically the main goal of these Dinobots, is to form Volcanicus. So overall, on a rating on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give this figure like a 6.3 out of 10. If it had elbow articulation, I'd say this figure would be a solid 8. And the ankle rotation, I'm not really bugging about it, but it wouldn't have been so bad. So yeah, if they had ankle rotation, it would have been an 8 as well. So yeah, that basically concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment, and until my next review, I will see you then. Thank you for watching.